of motion. Let the body, when is moving along a straight line with the uniform acceleration, then we can establish the relation between velocity of the body, acceleration of the body, distance traveled by the body in a particular time by the set of equations. These equations are called as equations of motion. There are three equations of motion. These three equations are: first, V is equal to U plus AT. Second equation is S is equal to UT plus half AT square. And third equation is V square minus U square is equal to 2AS, where U is initial velocity of the object, V is final velocity of the object, A is acceleration of the object, S is position of the object, and T is the time. Now you see, the first equation gives the relation between velocity and time. So first equation is also called as velocity time relation. Second equation gives you the relation between position and the time. So it is called as position time relation. Third equation gives the relation between the position and velocity, so it is called as a position velocity relation. So now we have to derive all these three equations of motion using the graphical method. So here we will consider that the body is moving with the uniform acceleration, means the body is uniformly accelerated motion. So what is the nature of a graph? The nature of graph is a straight line inclined to time axis. So you take time on x-axis, velocity on y-axis. So it is the VT graph for uniformly accelerated motion. Let the initial velocity is u and the final velocity of the object is v here. That time, the time is t. So now we will label this diagram O, A, B, and this point is C. So now first equation we will derive. So what is the name of first equation? Velocity time relation. So as we have studied that the acceleration of the object is equal to the slope of VT graph. So acceleration is slope of VT graph, and that is delta y upon delta x. So what is delta y? Delta y is change in y coordinate, so it is v minus u. And what is change in x coordinate? It is t minus 0. So it is v minus u upon t. Rearrange your equation, so you will get v is equal to u plus at. So this is the first equation of motion. V is equal to u plus at. Now to derive the second equation of motion, what is the name of second equation? Position time. So it is position time relation. Again, in last class we have discussed that the area under VT graph represents the distance traveled by the object, or the displacement of the object, or the position of the object. So we will find out here area under VT graph. that is equal to, now you see area under VT graph. VT graph means AB line. So area under this AB line is forming a trapezium. So area of trapezium OABC. Now what is the formula of area of trapezium? It is half addition of two parallel sides into the height of the trapezium. So addition of two parallel sides is OA plus BC into OC. Substitute the values. So OA represent U, BC represent V, into OC is time, and area under the graph represent the distance traveled, so S. Now from equation 1, substitute V is equal to U plus AT in above equation here. So you will get S is equal to half U plus AT into T. Simplify your equation. So it is half, then U plus U is 2U into T. So it is 2UT plus AT square. Again multiply by 2, 1 by 2. So S is equal to 2 will get cancelled. So you will get UT plus half AT square. So this is your second equation of motion. Now we will go towards the third equation of motion. What is the name of third equation of motion? It is position velocity relation. So again, to derive this relation, again we will follow the same method, that is area under VT graph. That is equal to area of trapezium. Next step again is same, that is same I am writing, S is equal to half OA plus BC into OC. Again next step same you write, it is V plus U, I have interchanged it, it doesn't make any difference, into T. Now what we are going to do, from equation number 1 we will substitute the value of T. In previous equation we have substituted the value of V. Now we are going to substitute T. So write here, from equation 1 T is equal to V minus U upon A. So we are going to substitute this value in above equation. So you will get S is equal to half V plus U, then it is V minus U upon A. So in mathematics you have studied A plus B into A minus B. It is A square minus B square. So here you will get S is equal to 1 upon 2A into V square minus U square. So you rearrange your equation, that is V square minus U square is equal to 2AS. So this is your third equation of motion. So here all three equations we have derived from VT graph plotted for uniformly accelerated motion. So this topic is very important from exam point of view. Any one derivation or any one equation can be asked, or all three equations can be asked. So prepare this topic well. Now we will discuss uniform circular motion. For that first we will discuss one example. Suppose one athlete has to move along a path A, B, C, D. So it is like a rectangle. Now if that path is changed this way, now A, B, C, D, E, F. So now it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times the athlete has changed the direction of motion. In first case the athlete has moved 4 times the direction, here 6 times. Now again let us change the path. So again here total 8 times the athlete has changed the direction of motion. Means you see we are changing the direction if more times, then we are approaching towards the circular motion. So circular motion is that motion in which at every point the athlete has to change the direction of motion. So what do you mean by this example? Means when a body travels equal distances in equal intervals of time over a circular path, then its speed is uniform and the motion of the body is said to be uniform circular motion. So you write the definition of uniform circular motion. When a body travels equal distances in equal intervals of time over a circular path, its speed is uniform. The motion of the body is said to be uniform circular motion. Now, as here the direction of motion at every point is changing, means the speed is constant but velocity is different. So there is a change in velocity. So in circular motion we can say that there is a acceleration. So we can say circular motion is accelerated motion. Circular motion is accelerated motion because at every time the velocity is changing. Let us find out the speed of the object in a circular motion. So speed is equal to circumference upon time. So what is circumference? 2 pi r upon time taken is t. So speed is equal to 2 pi r by t. This will give you the speed of the object and velocity at every time is different. Now one more point we will discuss here. In a circular motion, to keep the object move in a circular orbit, an external force is required and that force is called as a centripetal force. In detail we will discuss this in the next chapter. Now we will see few examples of circular motion. If you take a stone, tie it with the string and just whirl it, the stone will move in a circular orbit. The minute hand, second hand, hour hand in the clock, they move in a circular orbit. The moon revolve around the earth in a circular orbit. All the satellites, they move around the earth in a circular orbit. These are few examples of uniform circular motion.